Okay, let's dive in. Picture this. You've just landed back in Nigeria, right? You've got that hard-earned foreign degree packed away and you're, buzzing for NYSC.
Yeah, the excitement is real.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then you hit that first kind of administrative wall, the NYSC evaluation letter.
Ah, yes. The infamous letter. It's basically the essential bit of paper standing between you and actually starting your service here.
Exactly. It's like this key you absolutely need.
It's fascinating, isn't it, how this one document sort of bridges your whole international study experience with the very specific Nigerian system requirements.
That's a great way to put it, bringing the gap.
Yeah, it makes you think about how different education systems, different standards get, well, reconciled through processes like these.
Absolutely. And that reconciliation, that process, that's exactly what we're digging into today. We're doing a proper deep dive.
Okay.
We're looking at how you get your foreign degree evaluated for NYSC, and we're using this really practical guide. It's written by someone who actually went through it all.
Oh, firsthand experience. That's always the best.
Definitely. It took them 45 days, believe it or not.
Wow, 45 days. That's a long time.
Right. And their whole aim now is to help you, the listener, maybe cut that down to just 7 days.
7 days down from 45. That's a huge difference. Especially relevant now, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. The author flags that there's been increased scrutiny, because of those fake certificate issues back in January 2024.
Right, right. That
Yeah.
makes sense. It kind of highlights why this evaluation even exists. It's about, keeping the standards up. Integrity.
Protecting the system, making sure everyone starting NYSC is genuinely qualified.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a foreign grad, maybe feeling a bit overwhelmed by this whole thing,
Which is totally understandable.
then you're definitely in the right place. We're going to pull out the key steps, the tips, the warnings, give you a clear plan.
Make it actionable, less maze-like.
Exactly. Actionable. So you can get that letter and get on with NYSC.
Okay, so first things first. For you listening, what is this NYSC evaluation letter? In plain English, what's its actual job?
Good question. Think of it like an official stamp of approval. It's from the Federal Ministry of Education, the FME,
Okay.
and it confirms that the degree you got overseas, wherever it was, is from a proper accredited university or college.
So it's the FME basically saying, yep, we recognize this qualification. It meets our standards.
Precisely. It aligns your international degree with what's needed for NYSC here.
And it's really vital to stress this isn't just for certain countries or certain universities.
No, absolutely not. The guide is crystal clear on this.
Yeah.
It applies to everyone who got their degree outside Nigeria. Doesn't matter if it was the UK, US, Ghana, Benin Republic, wherever.
Doesn't matter how famous the university is either?
Nope. If it's foreign, you need this letter. No exceptions, period.
Okay, got it. Universal requirement. So where do you even begin? The guide must have a starting point.
It does. And it's maybe not what you'd think. Before you even go near a computer or the online portal, it's the first and honestly probably the most important step. Get organized. Preparation.
Ah, the classic advice. Get your ducks in a row first.
Seriously. The guide really hammers this home because messing this up causes big delays later.
Makes sense. You need a solid foundation before you start building the house.
Right.
Any missing document, wrong format.
Yeah.
It just throws a wrench in the works.
Exactly. So let's list out the documents, the absolute must-haves, and crucially, you need the originals.
Originals, okay, like what?
Your main degree or diploma certificate. So your BSc, BA, HND, master's, whatever the qualification is.
Got it. The actual certificate.
Yep. Then your full academic transcript, every course, every grade.
Right.
Next, your O-level certificate. So WAC, NECO, GCE.
Okay, the secondary school results.
Yeah. And this is key. It needs to show at least 5 credits.
Mm-hmm.
And those must include English language and maths.
5 credits, English and maths included. Standard requirement.
You need to have gotten those credits in no more than 2 sittings.
Ah, the 2-sitting rule.
Yeah.
That often catches people out. So originals of degree, transcript, O-levels. What else?
Your international passport. Specifically, you need the page with your photo and details the biodata page.
Okay.
Also, the page showing the date you left Nigeria to start your studies,
Departure stamp.
and the page showing the date you arrived back in Nigeria after finishing.
Arrival stamp. Got it. Passport pages are crucial.
Then the admission letter, the one the foreign university sent you offering you a place.
Your original offer letter. Okay.
And finally, 2 recent passport photographs. Standard size, plain background, you know the drill.
Okay, that's quite Passport pages, departure arrival,
Yeah.
admission letter, and photos. All originals.
That's the core list. And here's a really practical tip from the guide.
Yeah.
Make 2 good, clear photocopies of every single one of those originals.
2 copies of everything. Smart. Saves hassle later, I bet.
Totally. Saves scrambling for a copy machine when you're stressed.
And another tip they mentioned, something about an envelope.
Oh, yeah. Simple but effective. Get a big brown envelope, a sturdy one. Keep all your originals neatly inside it.
Just keeps everything together, easy to grab for the physical submission part.
Exactly. A little bit of organization goes a long, long way in these processes, believe me.
And the author learned about needing originals the hard way, didn't they?
Oh, absolutely. Big time. They apparently tried submitting copies at first, or maybe didn't have the originals with them.
Uh-oh.
And it caused a 3-week delay just waiting for the originals to be shipped over.
Ouch. 3 weeks. That just kills your timeline.
Yeah.
So the takeaway is, have those originals ready to go from day one.
Absolutely non-negotiable. Okay, so documents gathered, originals ready, copies made, envelopes sorted. Now what?
Now, I guess you face the digital beast, the online portal.
Exactly. Time to head online to the Federal Ministry of Education's evaluation portal. This is your, official starting point for the application itself.
The digital front door.
Pretty much. It's where the ministry starts collecting your info, your documents, before you actually go see them.
Right. So, step 1 online. Finding the right website, I assume?
Crucial first step.
Oh.
You need the official FME evaluation portal. The guide gives a heads up here. Be careful.
How so?
There might be unofficial sites out there, lookalikes maybe. So do a search, but double check that URL. Make sure it's the real deal, the government one.
Good advice. Standard online safety, really. Protect your data.
Definitely. Once you're sure you're on the official site, you'll need to register. Create an account.
Usual process. Email, password.
Yep. Valid email address, choose a strong password, write it down somewhere safe, and then log in.
Okay. Account created, logged in. What are you looking for inside?
You should see an option, probably a button or a link that says something like evaluation of certificate or similar. That's when you want to click.
Start the evaluation process. Got it.
Then comes the document uploading part.
Right. Uploading those PDFs you hopefully prepared.
Exactly. The system will ask you to select the type of document first, like degree certificate, transcript, O-level.
Okay, categorizing them.
Yeah. And then you also have to specify the number of pages for each document you're uploading.
Number of pages. That sounds important, maybe for the cost later.
Bingo. We'll get to that. But first, format rules. Super important.
Let me guess. PDF.
PDF only. No JPEGs, no Word docs, and there's a size limit. Each file must be under 500 megabytes.
Under 500 megabytes. Okay, so you might need to compress files if they're huge, like a long transcript maybe.
Could be. So check the file size before uploading. Also, naming your files clearly helps everyone.
How so?
Instead of just document1.pdf, name it something like your name BSc certificate.pdf or your name transcript page1.pdf.
Ah, makes sense. Clear descriptive games, good for your records, good for the ministry staff looking at them.
Exactly. Just makes the whole process smoother. Okay, documents uploaded, properly named. Now, the payment puzzle.
Right, you mentioned the number of pages was important. Here's where it comes in.
Yep. The official fee, according to the guide and the system, is 5,000 naira per page.
Wow, okay, per page. So the 3-page transcript is 15,000 naira just for that one document.
Correct. A single-page degree certificate is 5,000 naira. You add it all up based on the total number of pages you declared when uploading.
That can definitely add up, especially with long transcripts or multiple qualifications. Need a budget for that.
For sure. Now, here's where the guide mentions something interesting, a bit controversial maybe.
Well, good tell.
It mentions what the author calls a local man's hack.
A hack? Okay, I'm intrigued.
The rumor, or the unofficial tip, seems to be that some people only pay for the first page of each document. So they'd pay 5,000 naira for the transcript, even if it's 5 pages long.
Really? Just pay for page 1 and hope for the best. That sounds risky.
It does, right? Like relying on a system glitch or hoping nobody notices these unofficial workarounds. Sometimes they exist, but yeah, the risk.
What could go wrong? Delay, rejection, system flags it later.
Exactly. The potential for complications seems high. And the guide author strongly advises against doing this.
Sensible advice. Stick to the official rules, even if it costs more up front.
That's a recommendation. Pay the full amount calculated by the system for all the pages you uploaded. Avoid the headache, avoid the risk, avoid delays.
Makes sense. Play it safe. How do you actually pay?
Standard online options usually. ATM card, debit card, transfer options sometimes. The author said they used a GT Bank card and it was smooth.
Okay, so multiple payment channels are usually available. Good. Payment successful.
Oh.
What's next?
Once the system confirms your payment, it should unlock the appointment booking feature.
Ah, booking the Abuja trip.
Yep. You get to select an available date and time for your physical appointment at the Federal Ministry of Education headquarters in Abuja.
Choose carefully, I guess, based on travel plans.
Definitely. And once that's booked immediately, like right then and there, print two things.
What are they?
Your payment receipt, showing you've paid, and your appointment slip, showing the date and time you booked.
Print them out straight away. Don't forget.
Absolutely essential. You will need physical copies of both when you go to Abuja. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Okay, so online part done, payment made, appointment booked, printouts in hand. Now for the journey.
Now for what the author calls the Abuja pilgrimage.
Sounds about right. So you have your appointment slip with a date and time.
Yes, but here's the crucial, absolutely vital piece of advice from the guide. Ignore the time on the slip, basically.
Ignore the time.
Well, don't ignore it completely, but don't rely on it. The real advice is get to the ministry crazy early, like unbelievably early.
How early are we talking?
The guide suggests aiming for 5:30 a.m.
5:30 in the morning.
Seriously.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Apparently they often work on a first-come, first-served basis,
Yeah.
and they might only process a limited number of people per day, like maybe 80 people.
Wow, okay, so even with an appointment time, say for 11 a.m. if you arrive at 10:30, you might be number 150 in the queue and not get seen that day at all. Getting there at 5:30 a.m. massively boosts your chances of being within that daily limit.
Okay, that's a massive heads up. Forget the appointment time. Just get there before dawn. That implies a long wait.
Oh yeah, expect a long wait. Even if you're there super early, bring entertainment.
Book, phone charger, music.
All of the above. And snacks. Definitely snacks and drinks. You could be there for hours. Seriously, settle in for the long haul.
Mentally preparing for a long day is key then. Don't expect to be in and out.
Not at all. So when you finally get called or get inside, what do you need to have with you? Let's recap.
Okay, essentials for the Abuja visit.
Printed appointment slip, printed payment receipt, all your original documents, safe in that brown envelope.
The 2 sets of photocopies you made earlier.
Yep. A valid ID, driver's license, national ID card, something official with your photo.
Snacks and drinks, as mentioned.
Definitely. Oh, and one more thing the guide mentions. Dress smartly. Respectfully.
Good point. Business casual, maybe. Show respect for the process, the officials.
Exactly. First impressions and all that. It can only help.
Okay. Dress smartly, documents ready, settled in for the wait. Eventually, they call your name or number.
Yeah. Showtime. This is the actual evaluation moment. You go up to the official dealing with your application.
And you present the originals.
You present your originals. They'll go through them carefully, checking authenticity, checking the university's accreditation status, making sure everything matches what you submitted online.
The verification step. Makes sense.
Just be patient, answer any questions they have clearly, cooperate fully.
And if all goes well, if everything is in order.
If everything checks out, they typically do something quite reassuring.
What did I
They
do?
keep one set of your photocopies for their records, and they hand your precious original documents back to you right there and then.
Oh, okay. So you get your originals back on the spot.
Yeah.
That is reassuring. Means you passed that stage.
Big sigh of relief moment, I imagine, but it's not quite over yet.
Of course not.
Yeah.
There's still the actual letter itself. You don't walk out with it that day.
No. Getting your originals back means your verification is done, but the evaluation letter itself needs to be formally prepared, signed off, and then sent internally to NYSC.
Okay, so another waiting period begins. The waiting game revisited.
Exactly. The ministry apparently sends these letters over to NYSC in batches, not individually.
Batch processing.
Mhm.
Common in big organizations. Saves them time, probably.
Yeah. So even after your successful check in Abuja, you need more patience. The guide estimates maybe around 7 business days.
7 working days from your evaluation date in Abuja.
Roughly. But they stress it's just an estimate. It can vary. Could be faster, could be slower. Don't bank on exactly 7 days.
Manage expectations.
Yeah.
Any way to track it during this waiting period?
Well, here, the guide offers another slightly, let's say, unofficial pro tip, similar to the payment hack discussion.
Okay. Another local man strategy.
Sort of. It suggests trying to get a phone number, like the direct line or mobile number of someone who works in the actual evaluation unit there.
And how would one achieve that?
The guide hints, delicately, that offering a small token of appreciation, their exact words, might sometimes facilitate this.
Ah, okay. The token for getting updates or maybe speeding things up slightly.
Potentially just for getting updates, knowing when your batch might be ready. But again, this is unofficial territory.
Tread carefully. Official channels should work, ideally. But good to be aware of local customs, maybe, while respecting rules.
Exactly. It's mentioned, so we're mentioning it, but with that caution. Okay, so you wait patiently, hopefully not too long.
And then, how do you know it's finally ready?
Victory. The waiting pays off. You need to go back to the ministry in Abuja.
Back to Abuja again. Okay.
Yeah.
Where exactly this time?
Same place, generally. Federal Ministry of Education building. Head up to the evaluation unit, which the guide says is usually on the 8th floor. Go during working hours.
And what happens on the 8th floor?
Look for a list. They usually post lists on a notice board. Lists of names.
Whose names?
The names of people whose evaluation letters are printed, processed, and ready for collection.
Ah, so you scan the list,
Yeah.
hoping to see your name. That must be a great feeling when you spot it.
Absolutely. Relief and achievement, like you said earlier. Find your name, then approach the designated officer.
To ID again, I assume.
Yep, present your ID to confirm it's you. And they will hand you the letter, the actual NYSC evaluation letter.
Fantastic. Got it in hand. Done. Finished.
Almost. One final, slightly quirky, but very important step. The copy conundrum.
Copy conundrum. What now?
Don't leave the building yet. Take your brand new original evaluation letter down to the 6th floor.
Okay. Why the 6th floor?
Apparently, there are usually photocopy services readily available there. You need to make one, maybe two, good photocopies of the letter you just collected.
Make copies after collecting the original.
Yes. And then, this is the crucial bit. You take the original letter back upstairs to the officer on the 8th floor who gave it to you, and you hand it back to them.
Wait, you give the original back? After all that?
Yes. You keep the photocopy, or photocopies you just made. That copy is what you'll need later for uploading to the NYSC registration portal online.
Okay. So you keep the copy for online registration. What happens to the original you just handed back?
The ministry holds on to that original. It will then be officially given to you later during the physical verification process when you report to the NYSC orientation camp.
Ah, okay. That closes the loop. They keep the original safe. You use the copy for now,
Yeah.
and you get the real thing formally at camp. Makes sense in a bureaucratic way.
Exactly. It ensures everyone has the right documentation at the right stage, so now you're basically done with the ministry part.
Phew. Quite a process. Degree, copies, online portal, payment. Abuja trip, very early. Verification, waiting, collection copy, return original.
It's a marathon, not a sprint, for sure. Which brings us to the guide's final key takeaways, the lessons learned. How to avoid pitfalls.
Always useful. What's the #1 piece of advice?
We've hinted at it, but it bears repeating. Start early. As early as you possibly can. Don't put it off.
Cannot stress that enough.
Right.
Gives you breathing room for any unexpected hiccups.
Absolutely. Delays happen. Documents get queried. Give yourself plenty of time.
What else?
Double check, triple check everything before you upload it online. Accuracy, completeness, make sure scans are clear.
Avoid silly mistakes that cause delays. Good point.
If you're unsure about anything when you're actually at the ministry in Abuja, ask questions, don't guess.
Better to ask than make an error.
And be polite, be respectful to the staff. They're dealing with a lot of people. A bit of courtesy goes a long way.
Absolutely. Basic human decency, but also strategic.
And finally, try hard to keep a positive attitude. It can be frustrating, it can be tiring, but getting bogged down in negativity doesn't help.
Stay focused on the goal. Navigate the process calmly.
Exactly. So, there you have it, our deep dive into getting that NYSC evaluation letter. It's definitely a journey with multiple stages,
Feels like it.
but totally achievable. With the right prep, the right info, hopefully like what we shared today, and yeah, a healthy dose of patience.
And ultimately, remember why you're doing it.
Mhm.
This process, demanding as it is, it validates your hard work abroad and ensures the NYSC program maintains its standards. It recognizes your achievement.
Well said. It's the gateway to the next step. So final thought for you listening. Once you have this crucial letter in hand, what are you most looking forward to? What experience, what contribution are you excited about for your NYSC year?
Yeah, something to think about. The adventure that comes after the admin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the next chapter waiting to start.